All right, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Let's try that again. How's everyone doing today? I'm so excited to kick off the new school year. I'm Mr. Ramsey. I'm your principal, and welcome to Eastwood Elementary School. Some of you have been here for TK, so welcome back. But for you that are new, welcome to Eastwood. This is TK and Kinder Orientation. I have some special introductions I want to do. This light is blinding me. We have some staff in the house, so I'm going to start with our TK teacher. Give it up for Mrs. Van Hardensveld. We have our academic support class, ASC, Mrs. Wooldridge. We have Miss Vella, kindergarten teacher. We have Mrs. Henderson, kindergarten teacher. And because so many of you guys have chosen to make Eastwood your home and have register your child over the summer, enrollment had a little spike, so we actually had to hire a brand new kindergarten teacher on Friday. She's at HR getting processed right now, so give it up for Miss Moon. We're really excited about that because the last few years we've only had 2 kindergarten classrooms and we have grown to 3, which means if we continue to cycle our school, we'll be growing, and that's always a great thing to know. We have, I hope all those friends that were, is PTA, have you guys got them all in? Almost. I don't want to get started. I'll say, all right, got a couple people that PTA wants you guys to sign up, so please sign up for the PTA. You don't have to sign on your life away. You don't have to give your firstborn. You don't have to be here every day. But the PTA would love for families to be involved and connected to their school. So please check out the PTA before you leave if you haven't done so already. Miss Van Hardensveld or Miss Vella? Who's Vanna White today? Who's Vanna White? Who's doing the slides? Okay, if you just go to the next one, please. So I want to get started. We're going to go through a lot of information. I'm recording this, so this will be posted online. So if you want to watch it again, I had some families email me they're not able to attend today. So I said I will make this available for viewing. This information will also be coming to you via email as well. But let's get through a lot of information for your new school. School begins at 8 o'clock. So our gates will open at 7:45. That bell will ring to let us know we have 15 minutes before school starts. The bell will ring again at 7:55. That's our 5-minute warning, saying school is going to start in 5 minutes. 8 o'clock is the final bell. Gates are closed. It says 8:01. You are tardy. So how many people remember that from high school? You know, tardy slips. You know, you're running late to class. You're hanging out talking. We are trying to teach our students the importance of being on time. Also, it's a safety issue. We need to make sure campus is locked and secured and that students are where they need to be. And it's like, Mr. Ramsey, it's only 8:01. But again, tardies and start to add up. Instruction is lost. And if I give you 1 minute, then somebody may take it 5 minutes. And then 5 minutes turn into 10. And we want to make sure the students know the value of school from the beginning of the day. And they don't miss anything. So 8 o'clock, the gates will be closed. And school and instruction will begin. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Everybody say no Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Dismissal will be at 2:17. Every Wednesday. Yes, sir.
Is there a difference between bell rings and 7:55 and 8?
Yeah, so let me go back. Bell rings at 7:45. Right. Bell rings again at 7:55. Bell rings at 8. We hear all 3. They're all the same. It's just that is our auditory reminder, or check your clocks. Okay, school's about to begin. So all the bells are the same. It's just for the kids don't really care, but for adults, that's our reminder. School's starting. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Dismissal is at 2:17. Every Wednesday is what we call minimum day. Dismissal will be at 12:45. Now, again, I say all that to say the first 10 days of school is going to be on a wacky modified schedule. If you came in, there was yellow forms in the back. PTA is flagging it down. It has the modified schedule because on the first day of school, your students will be dismissed at 11 o'clock. Or did I even get that right? I think I might have got that wrong. Can I have the calendar? It's 12:45. Friday is 11 o'clock. There we go. Sorry. See, you already knows the schedule. See, you better than me. You want my job? Thursday. 12:45 dismissal. Then Friday will be 11. Because teachers have like some training in the beginning of the year. This is district-wide. Monday, Tuesday of the next week, 11 o'clock dismissal. Wednesday, 12:45. Thursday and Friday, 11 o'clock dismissal. The following week, 11 on Monday, 11 on Tuesday, 12:45 on Wednesday. Oh, thank you. She put it up there. And then all the way on August 31st, that's when school will get to our regular schedule. So again, I will be sending this out to you guys again. Thank you. Let me hold it. Thank you. This will be on the school website. But again, these are the dates just for TK and Kinder. Now, if you have a student that is in Miss Wooldridge's class in the ASC, they'll be staying all day. We've been told by special that they stay all day because there's buses, a lot of students ride the bus and things like that. So her class will be staying all day. But if you're Miss Bella, Miss Henderson, Miss Moon, or Miss Van Hardingsveld, you guys will be following this early dismissal schedule. Again, if you have questions, we can talk about this afterwards. This is very confusing. We're trying to print it out and let you see it multiple times before the days come. Okay? All right, let's go to the next slide. So our curriculum here, it's hands-on, it's engaging. Our students learn a whole lot. And I know I started teaching kindergarten when it was 2004. And I remember I was a teacher and I was telling parents, okay, what we are expected to teach is not what you guys learned in kindergarten. There's no math. It's not just coloring and dramatic play and playing all day long. It's actually learning. And then I moved to New Jersey, I moved out here, and I became a principal, and I tell parents, kindergarten is really a lot different. So if you haven't had a child recently, we cover a lot. We make it fun, but they do a lot of learning. So for language arts, we follow a curriculum called Benchmark Advance, and you'll get a lot more information as the year goes on through that. For math, this says CGI. It's called Cognitively Guided Instruction. And I know how many people have heard like the Common Core New Math. They teach these kids all these things, and they just teach them the facts. Oh, you guys aren't watching online? People are always like, why can't they just tell them 2 + 2 = 4? Not draw the picture and do all this decomposition, but it's allowing the students to really process and think, wrap their heads around the actual learning that's involved in math. My dad was a math teacher for several years, and I'm a math guy, and I just want to let you know, when they get to middle school or high school, they can learn the facts. And if they just spit out the facts, they don't really understand what was happening in math. So what we're teaching now is a comprehensive way to understand math and then apply it and to actually be explaining and knowing what's going on. We partner that with what we call counting collections, and you'll be learning a lot more when the year goes on. For science, we do Project Lead the Way and Mystery Science. So these are some hands-on things that your child will be learning and exploring. Social studies, we follow what is called Studies Weekly. And again, there's like magazines and lessons, and it kind of pairs very well with the language arts. And then we have additional, everyone say SEL. Social emotional learning. This is where we want to develop the whole child, their feelings, their personal interactions, how they deal with conflict resolution, how they deal with their big emotions, their small emotions. We'll cover some of that. Everyone say PBIS. PBIS is positive behavior in schools. And we have 3 big rules here at Eastwood. I want all my friends, if you're in kindergarten or TK, please stand up. Please stand up. We got 3 rules at Eastwood. I want you to repeat after me. Say, be safe.
Be safe.
Be respectful.
Be respectful.
And be responsible.
Be responsible.
Kinder, TK, we're trying to one more time. It's okay to be loud. Your parents aren't going to get you in trouble. Real loud. Repeat after me. Say, be safe.
Be safe.
Be respectful.
Be respectful.
And be responsible.
Be responsible.
Okay, you guys can take a seat. Every month we will highlight those. We will get students caught being good. We'll do acknowledgments. Those are, every rule we have at Eastwood can fall under one of those 3. Being safe, being respectful, being responsible. If you guys want to prepare your students for school, just remind them of those 3 rules for the next couple of days till Thursday. Say, hey, remember, we're going to be safe. And talk about being safe means being respectful and being responsible. you give us those coming in and keep working on those, I promise you, your child will have a great experience here at Eastwood. We have technology, so iPads will be in the classrooms. They do not take them home, they stay in the classroom. They have PE, music, and art. So we'll get into all those things throughout the year. Next slide, please. So supplies and lunch. So lunch, snack are offered at no cost to all students. It used to be you used to have to fill out a form. Now the state of California has allowed all families to have meals throughout the day. But I want to encourage you guys, breakfast is what? What did they used to tell us when we were little? Breakfast. Most important meal. Now studies say maybe not so much. But anyway, breakfast is highly important because your child will not get their snack recess break until 10:30. So we don't want them sitting, starving. My tummy's grumbling. I'm hungry. So we encourage you, please, each day, feed them. Now, I just came for orientation because my daughter's going to kindergarten this year as well. So I am in the same boat as you guys. And some days she wakes up and like, I don't want to eat. And I'm like, no, Peyton, you're going to eat something. So please feed them something. If it's yogurt, if it's some crackers, if it's bacon or eggs or cereal, whatever it is, please let's try to feed our students each day so that they can be actively engaged and not be distracted by the little tummy grumbles. But then 10:30 snack, if you want to pack a snack or if you want them to get a snack from the cafeteria, both of those options are available. And then they will come around back at lunchtime, which is around, is it 12:30? 12:30ish. So we got 10:30 snack recess, 12:30 lunch, and then they'll be dismissed at the end of the day to you. And they'll probably be hungry again. It's been a busy day. They'll be running and playing. So if they say, I didn't eat today, please check their bags. Because our supervision aides make sure they stay at the tables and they take time to eat. They don't just run off and dump their meals in the trash. Miss H, wave your hand. She's one of our supervision aides. She is fantastic out there, but she makes sure that students are getting nourishment and are taking time to eat. If you send a snack lunch, please place the lunch and snack in different bags. Because we want, if it's snack, we want them to take their snack out. We don't want to take their lunch out, then they eat that at snack time, and then lunch comes and be like, oh, I don't have anything to eat. So if you're sending it, if you can send 2 separate bags, one for snack, one for lunch, that'd be greatly appreciated. And then please have their name on the bag. We don't want to get any mix-ups and someone eating someone else's lunch or snack. That way we can clearly identify who it belongs to. If your child has allergies, if you have it marked in on registration, please see us in the office because we need to update the cafeteria manager and the teachers about any and all allergies that may be in their classrooms with any of the students and the foods that they eat. If there's any other allergies or they take medication, we can hold that in the office, but we need the doctor's prescription and the label from the original filling at the pharmacy. A lot of times parents say, hey, I just need them to take this cream. We need a doctor's prescription and the form. We can't just hold medicine without those key pieces of information. So if you have questions about that, please stop by the office and we can help you with that as well. Please place your students' names on all their belongings. I don't see it on here, but I would say for TK Kinder, please pack an extra change of clothes for your students. Not because they're not potty trained, but accidents happen. Milk spills, mud, dirt, things happen, paint. Whatever the case may be, we want your child to be fully dressed and not walk around soiled or dirty. So please pack an extra set of clothes and leave that in their backpack each day. Supply lists, these are things that teachers may request, and as you get into knowing who your child's teacher is by tomorrow and the teachers reach out, they'll go over the different lists that they may need. But here's some examples of Xerox paper, Clorox wipes, baby wipes, erasers, glue, sticks, crayons, Play-Doh, pencils. Most of these supplies we already provide in the classroom, but there's also, kids go through things, they use things, so just having additionals in the classroom is very beneficial. So if you want to take a note of some of that, and again, some of you guys, I can tell who the good students were. You're taking notes on your phone. I'm going to send this out to you guys so you can watch and look at it later. But I see, I'm not, those that are taking notes, good students, I applaud you, If you want to go to the next slide, please. Report cards. We use a standard-based report card that will reflect your child's progress throughout the year. We have 3 trimesters, or 3 times you'll get that report card. And again, I'll let the teachers get into this more, but TK is more of like the skills and the mastery. It's not A, B, C, D, F. We're not failing anybody, but again, it's more what they're exposed, what they're learning, and how they're progressing. Kinder, we have a standards base as well. In our school calendar on the website, we'll let you know when report cards will be coming out. Let's go to the next slide. Homework! Everybody, who loved homework in school? Adults? Said no one. Oh, we had one. Okay. Usually there's no one. I remember I tried to finish the homework in class before I got home so I could have my afternoons free. But Seesaw, and your teacher will give you more information on this. This is where assignments and things will be posted. You can submit and view what's happening in class. There's announcements and things that can be going on. So assignments will be posted on Seesaw. You can be sent home from school as well. We used to have Clever. The district switched over to ClassLink. So you'll be getting more information about ClassLink and all those changes. We ask that at home, please find a quiet place and set a time to complete homework each day. Even if it's just reading. Or if it's like, hey, let's just review what you did. Have a designated area where your child knows this is work. This is homework. This is where we focus. And again, please, I'm asking you, please, I'm your principal, and I'm asking you, please do not make your students sit there for an hour. Please. I know some people are like, oh, we need to work. Your child works hard all day. Do they work hard all day? They need to be children still. And so if you find yourself at the homework table, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, hour, the child's crying, you're crying, come see me, because we need to do it a little bit differently, okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. Behavior and expectations. So I'm in the process of updating the parent-student handbook, so that will be on the website soon. It was kind of outdated, and we needed to update that, so that's under construction, but that will be coming soon. Remembering our 3 B's: be safe, be respectful, be responsible, and then your teachers will be using Class Dojo. It's a way to communicate back and forth, and then to give you real-time information during the day, like, hey, this happened, here's a snapshot. Hey, this happened, had to give a nice point, or hey, this is something you guys want to speak to your child about. But then you can communicate back and forth. It doesn't mean they're going to respond right away. Let me just say that right now. They're busy working, so if you hit them on Dojo during the day, know they're busy teaching your child. And then at night, they have a life at home. So they may not respond right away if you give them a Dojo message at 6 and you're like, 6:05, they haven't responded, they left me on red. Just understand it's a way to communicate, and they will be sending stuff to you and you can send stuff back to them. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. Birthdays! How many people have a birthday this month? Oh, no one? Oh, happy birthday. Oh, he's shy. Well, tell him I said happy birthday. Is your birthday this month? Happy birthday, friend. How old are you turning? Okay, very good, very good. What we want to say is we love celebrating birthdays, but because of a lot of the changes prior to pandemic and with pandemic and post-pandemic, we ask that you just bring a book to donate to the class because of the allergies, because of the food restrictions. And we don't also want someone to have this big celebration in class and then the family is not able to do so and then they feel left out on their birthday. So to make it kind of fair and equitable to all, we ask that you just bring a book to donate to the class, and then we will celebrate them in a special way that's fair for all students. I will say this, and I'm not going to look at anybody because someone may do it. They'll come and say, Mr. Ramsey, I have cupcakes for the class. Can I pass them? And they'll drop them off, and I said, I can't do that. They're like, well, can I stand at the fence and dismissal and just pass them out? And I'm asking you, please, so we all can be on the same page. I'm glad you're laughing. Good, let's keep laughing all year. When this happens, let's keep laughing. But I just want to say, let's just be fair for everyone, so it's not like, oh, they got special treatment, or why did it? Let's all follow the rules together. Donate a book. We will have time to celebrate and make them feel special. And then if you guys want to really, really do something like that, set up a party afterwards. We can get you, you can bring the invitations, give it to your class. That way, no one feels left out at school. And if things happen outside of school, it's your life. Okay? I'm just saying, I already know, hopefully I'm not looking at anyone, please don't bring cupcakes to my office. Don't bring cookies to my office. Unfortunately, last year that happened a lot, and then we grudgingly the office that had to eat them. So I'm trying to do better this year with the sweets, so please don't bring cupcakes and cookies. For communication, here's our staff. And again, I'll be sending this out. So here are all their emails. Mrs. Vela, Mrs. Henderson, Miss Moon, Miss Van Hartsfeld, Miss Woldridge. This phone number is the main office, 562-210-2650. And you guys get emails from me, but if you don't mind, it's dramsey@nlmusd.org as well. And again, I think this is it for the slide. Is this the last one?
Yep.
Good. Are there any questions? I sped through that because I'm sweating, and I know you guys are hot as well. Any questions? He's taking a picture of the slideshow. Any questions? Yes?
For minimum day, do we still need to pack a lunch?
Yes, so they will still get lunch and snack during minimum day. So
About the lunch day and what?
they will, I'm glad, thank you for bringing it up. We will be changing the schedule, but they will still be getting the meal, so please pack those accordingly. They may not eat because it is so early, but again, if you want to pack it just to be safe, because they might get hungry. They might see someone eating, like, hey, I'm going to eat too. But just understand they may come home and say, hey, I just ate, and I didn't want to eat back to back, and things like that. Okay? Yes, ma'am? Yes, thank you for bringing that up. Water bottles are appreciated if you want, especially because outside, the water drinking fountains, we have it where you can fill the water bottle up. And so when it's hot outside and they're running, they can just drink from the water bottle versus trying to go to a water fountain. So that is appropriate if you want to send them with the water bottle. Please don't fill them with juice. Water bottles, please fill them with water. Water. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Lunch menu will be out. It's called mychew.org. I will send you guys a link. That comes from Central Kitchen. And they kind of updated that, I think, every couple of months. But I will put that on my email to you guys as well. If it's not out yet, when it does come out, then I'll push it out. Yes? Good question. So SAC is called School Age Child Care. They are full right now. They're trying to hire some more, and I saw there's a long wait list. But if you are already approved at INSAC, that's their before after school care, they will come to that classroom and pick them up. Modified 11 o'clock dismissal, they will come to the classroom and provide the care until. So you don't have to worry about, hey, are they going to know where to go? For kinder, for TK, they come to the classroom at the end of the day, pick them up and walk them back on their own. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question on kindergartners. When my grandson will be coming on a bus from another facility, and I'm also concerned about the other end of it when they leave. I don't know about him wandering in on his own. Will there be somebody out there to greet him, or how does that work?
Good question. So buses are in the back of the school, and we have supervision aides that are at the gate. They walk students up, and they take them back. So they are supervised both ways by an adult. They're not expected to get off the bus and just, hey, where I'm going, this big old place. No, we will have staff that will help them. Yes, they will meet them and take them. So let me also explain, so we've learned from our ways. We reflected. First day of school is intense, to say the least. Everyone wants a picture. We have a closed campus district-wide, so you guys are not allowed to walk them to their numbers. And again, it is tough because I know TK, kinder, first child, first day of school, you want to be there. So we're going to ask that you guys, there will be cones up. And what I'm doing this year is kinder will be going into the side of the kinder playground so that you guys can release them that way versus trying to figure out going through the main gate and the numbers and all of that. And we will have staff at that gate to receive your kinder and TK and line them up in that yard. And you can see them much more easily while they're standing waiting for their teacher on the sides of the fence. The rest of the school, they'll be stopping and their students will be entering the main gate or side gates wherever they're getting dropped off. So that's a change we're doing this year. Again, I'm going to be sending out a little picture and a map tomorrow to kind of explain that. But just so you know, when you're coming up along the fence, there is a big fence that we will open up, and TK and Kinder will just go right in there. They will line up, and we just ask that you guys stay along the fence because students will enter the campus from there and be on their own with our staff from there on out.
That's the first day also.
That's the first 2 days we're going to do that.
So no parents can go beyond that.
Every day.
Every day.
For the whole year.
Okay.
You cannot come on campus at dismissal or drop off because we're considered a closed campus. If you want to come on campus, there are hours that you have to fill out volunteer forms and sign in the office and things like that. I won't get into all those details. I'll let the teachers kind of go over that because that's a whole nother process. Just know that it changed when COVID hit. Security issues, because campus used to stay open till like 8:15 and parents would be on the blacktop watching them walk in. And then we realized, in hindsight, there's some security issues. There's some custodial things going on, campus is open, people wandering on. So it's actually safer for your students to have a closed campus. And we just ask you that you just trust us on this. Is this really a safety thing? And I know it's like, oh my gosh, I really want to see, but we think not just your child, we're thinking 400 students. We want to make sure everyone is safe, and this is one of the steps that we can make sure that we're ensuring safety on campus.
Here can't meet the teacher there.
You can meet them at the fence, at dismissal.
Out there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, when they are dismissed for the day, be at the fence because the teachers have to...
The teachers are there, and they have to recognize who they're not just letting them go.
So if relatives is picking them up for the day, do they get checked out of the office?
Good question, very good question. And that's something my secretary was talking about that we're going to send out to families. When it comes to dismissal, it has to be on the emergency list. And they have to be, when they come and they're not the parent, we do ask for the driver's license to verify who they are. But we're not just releasing them to whoever saying, oh, I know Johnny, give me Johnny. Even if it's pickup, if it's a change, and say like, hey, we got an emergency, we can't make it, please call the office so that we can notify the teacher, hey, this is the change, and then we can verify when they pick up, say we're releasing a student to a trusted adult that we know is supposed to be picking them up.
So I can change one online?
That's fine.
But I need to just go to the office?
Yeah, after this, if you want to swing around to the office, we can make that change. If stuff happens throughout the year, just give us a call. My secretary may say, hey, put that in an email so we have it documented, and then we can make those changes as necessary. Okay? Yes, ma'am?
How do we know whether or not we've been accepted to SAC?
They would have communicated that to you. Even though SAC is here, I don't run SAC. I just kind of house SAC. So if you have questions of Mr. Ramirez, if you've been in communication with him, he kind of heads it up. They would be the ones that he told me, everyone that's in, they've communicated with them, and then the wait list was like 25. So it was like 29 in, 25 waiting. They're trying to hire so they can take on some more students. If you have any questions about SAC, it's framirez@nlmusc.org. Shoot him an email, he can answer all those questions. Yes, ma'am? Sure. Yes. No, you can pack it if you want, but we will provide it here at NPR as well. It's interesting when the TK Kinder, first time they come to school, parents say, hey, I got a picky eater. So you might want to look at that calendar as soon as I get it from Nutri and say, are they going to eat what the school is offering, or do I need to pack something I know they'll eat? But again, choices are, we have families that send their students to the line, and we have families that send them with meals every day. So again, I'm a new kindergarten parent. I don't know what we're doing. I got to talk to my wife today. See, like, are we going to pack, or are we going to tell her to eat cafeteria food? Yeah, it's completely flexible. It's not like all or nothing. And let's say you guys forget one day. Just let your child know, hey, you need to go eat in the line. And if we see a student that doesn't have food, we do send them through the line because we want all our students to eat. Okay? Any questions on this side? I think we're doing all right. Yes?
Do we have a different daycare service picking up our kids? There's like maybe 3 or 4 from GIN.
All right, so we are very familiar with GIN. They walk over. We have that list. So that's very separate. I just need you to communicate with the office and say, hey, my child's going to GIN. So we will make sure we can confirm with them and have that list, because we have GIN, we have a couple of students that go to KinderCare, and a couple of kids that go to YMCA. So again, parents communicate that, we add them to the list, and we know verified every day this is who's picking that student up. Okay? Question on this side? Yes.
There's 2 separate bags for snack and lunch.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we like 2 lunch bags, or can we put the snack in like a Ziploc bag in the lunch bottle?
Ziploc with the name.
There you go.
And
She
a
said-
little, I mean, they have very little time to eat, so don't, something.
And I can put it in the lunch pail with the lunch, just like
No.
the recycling separate? Oh, okay.
So let me repeat this for those in the back. She said the lunch bags, can I do 2 separate lunch pails? Lunch pail for lunch, Ziploc bag for snack, and Ms. Vela just responded, said they keep them separate. That way we know this is snack,